permission to search.
What up, YouTube? It's me, the Black Lion, aka the Monkey King of MMA. This is a question that's going out to Sharif Bey, Sifu Sharif Bey. Sorry it took so long. Family stuff around the house, crazy and bananas. Now I finally got some time with some quiet time to actually record this for you, Sifu. I originally threw this out there to BT, but he told me to ask you more about it because he said you running with it a little bit more than him right now because he's got so many things going on that you took the rings for Team BangOut. But my question to you for Team BangOut is Team BangOut going to, are they going to have a set, maybe 3 or 4 guys, or maybe one guy that they have planning on sending around from one of those schools that like I remember a while back you kept adding on instructors of different saying systems of kung fu, like the Chinese wrestling, Yahangar, and so forth and so on, as part of Team BangOut's coaches. Now with that type of grouping of individuals that I know y'all keep contact, stay in great standing with and everything, I was wondering, do y'all got a student or a group of students that y'all plan on, sending around to those different instructors to train up to get proficient in their in those styles, such as the Chinese wrestling and different styles like that? I wish I could find something on the internet on the Team BangOut thing. I think I might look real quick, but the reason I'm asking is because do y'all got a student that y'all plan on sending around training with all those instructors to get proficient in them and stick with what the qualifications that need to be qualified to stay with Team BangOut? Send them to the cage, to the MMA arena. Now I understand that y'all have man up, stand up. Y'all have your Li Tai competitions, and you have your Li Tai Sen Shao and your kickboxing. Cool, but most of the what I like to call warrior arts or self-defense martial arts, they pertain as meant for the streets, has no restrictions that a lot of those arts have. Now the thing, I mean, not a lot of those arts, a lot of those venues and platforms have. Now, with the thing I like about MMA, because I come from a self-defense background, I'm not no wrestler. I don't consider myself a striker. I consider myself a self-defense martial artist. In other words, you don't know what we're gonna do. If you put us in one of those arenas, there's a chance we could get beat. I know that sounds bad, but the thing about it is, the less restrictions, the more comfortable we are in competing and in fighting. Because when you hit these streets, if someone slams you to the ground and they just happen to be a collegiate wrestler, they done wrestle from middle school all the way up to high school, somewhat in college, and that's all they know is double legs and single legs, you can't get up in those streets and say, hey, no takedowns. We straight throwing them things. They gonna look around like, is there a hood rule book or a street rule book here or something? No, there isn't. So that's why. I mean, I was bored with forms and stuff when because we hardly practiced any types of forms or katas when I was training. So now I know what the purpose of those forms and katas was. Now I got a deeper and better understanding. 31 years old, better later than never. And yeah, I'm about to learn some myself, so I can actually be a little bit more proficient in my art. Being a Budo style artist. So yeah. So to me, when I started watching MMA and I learned more about, the whole MMA thing, to me it was the best platform for martial artists of ourselves, because there's no excuses. There's no excuses. If anything, when it comes to MMA, it's one thing they showed us to sleep on. Like, yeah, there is a ground there, and you will go to it. So practice those. And a lot of people ain't. A lot of people just done left them alone, slept on them, and whatnot. And it opened up a lot of people's eyes, but I done seen a lot of hurt come out of it. When I say hurt, I'm gonna say hurt to a lot of other martial arts. Either how it's hurt is I done seen a lot of people leave their kung fu schools. I done seen some schools, you know what I'm saying, well I wanna say assimilate into the market, as in, okay, we gotta hurry up and get a grappling instructor, and they pick somebody that's either wrestled in college or that has a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt, purple belt, something like that. And you know, I just seen students leave because they rather learn the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu than keep learning Kung Fu and whatnot, because they feel like, okay, that's gonna be more applicable, you know, when I get out there in the streets. But then after that, I see like what you guys have posted and everything, and I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have a very well-rounded. I wonder if they're gonna put out, if they're gonna get a fighter out there that they're gonna train up, get comfortable with cutting weight, and you know what I'm saying, hard training, send him around to all these instructors. That's a nice little fight camp you get right there, people to push them, and then throw them out there in a couple of cage fights, you know, and then get him on those big cards displaying, you know what I'm saying, that Kung Fu is here, you know, and then don't sleep on it. So that's my question to you, Sifu. Do y'all got a student or a group of students y'all plan on sending around to all these Team BangOut instructors, and and getting them ready for, you know, maybe mixed martial arts training or so forth and so on? If so, let me know. If not, you know, just hit me back and let me know. That's what I was asking, Seafood Bay, is do y'all got someone that y'all gonna be sending out to the that y'all gonna be getting ready, you know? Just hit me back. That's my only question. I ain't gonna try to be too. I know I paused for a second, too lengthy in here, but this might was like second or third time recording this, so hopefully this one got through. All right, have a blessed day.